Back everybody to Interview in Sports. My name is James and we're going back with another mock draft videos. These are some of my favorite videos to make, if not my favorite videos to make, and you guys seem to appreciate it too. Last mock draft videos always bringing a ton of views and I likes, so I cannot thank you enough for the support. Again, going with the Carson Wentz trade theme. We did the Eagles a couple days ago. We are doing the Indianapolis Colts now. Before quarterback was on their needs, it would have probably been their top need, considering Phillips was tired, Andrew Luck retired early. So, yes, but all you had was Jacob Eason on the roster. That was their only signed quarterback. Were you going to give him a shot? You know, I thought you might have, but no, they got their guy in Carson Wentz. The quarterback is taken away. Let's get into their other needs. Another dude who retired for the Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Castanto. Great offensive tackle. He needs to be replaced instantly to keep up that good offensive line, which I think make Philip Rivers so much better. And I think this offensive line will make Carson Wentz so much better. So, you can get Tevin Jenkins, a guy who I'm really, really high on, Jaylen Mayfield, Liam Eckenberg, both guys you can work, play offensive tackle. Even Elijah Vera Tucker could fall to them at 21. I think he's got guard flexibility, one of the better offensive linemen in the class. And, you know, he's playing guard, but he's one of the better run blockers, so he can run block from the tackle position, even though Tevin Jenkins is more of the better pass blocker, which I think is what you really want out of offensive tackle. I think Elijah Vera Tucker wouldn't be a bad pick for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 2 is wide receiver. We saw Michael Pittman Jr. last year. He was okay. He wasn't anything great, but then again, Justin Jefferson was great. So he was good for now, and I only expect him to take steps up. He's keeping his number 11 too, which he made a point to Carson Wentz. He's like, I'm number 11. Carson Wentz was like, fair enough to me, man. You know, I'll just take Andrew Luck's number 12. Who knows what Carson Wentz will wear. So I think wide receiver number 2 is the thing. Because, you know, T.Y. Hilton he regressed last year a lot. T.Y. Hilton regressed last year a lot. He wasn't the same player as we saw, and that just happens to people who, with age, they just slow down production, especially wide receivers, unless you're Tom Brady, of course, then he'll be around forever. So, Rashad Bateman, I think, would probably be the best pickup for them in Minnesota, or out of Minnesota. He's a great receiver, can be a true wide receiver number 1. Michael takes some pressure off T.Y. Hilton, takes some pressure off Michael Pittman, and he'll just be a great player. Also, Terence Marshall Jr. at LSU, I've mocked this a lot. I really like him. Great side, great athletic ability. Really like Terence Marshall Jr. And, of course, Kadarius Toney, who is just a freak run after catching the ball. You make everybody miss with that elite speed. And now, he's like Michael Pittman Jr., you know? He's a slack guy, so I think Kadarius Toney would be really good. Corner. You need another corner. Xavier Rhodes wasn't bad last year, okay? He kind of revived his career there. But you need another corner. So I think J.C. Horn at South Carolina, if he's there, you should 100% take him. Santi Samuel Jr., Florida State, one of my favorite corners in this class. I think he's really good as well. Eric Stokes out of Georgia. Again, talk about a lot of these guys. But a dude, Greg Newsome II out of Northwestern. He has really climbed his way up draft boards recently. Northwestern really came on strong last year. Had a great defense. Won a bowl game this year. They almost they held Ohio State's offense to very little points, but Ohio State was just too good. Greg Newsome was a huge part of that. I think he has potentially very, very good. High upside. Very high upside for him. Number 4, and their final need, because I looked across this team and I really didn't see many needs. You know, linebacker. You got Darius Leonard hold down the floor. Interior D-line, you got DeForest Buckner hold down the floor. So I think the Colts team are going to be very, very good next year. It's all on Carson Wentz now. But I think their number 4 and final need is edge rusher Jaylen Phillips out of Miami, who I am, again, also very high on. Really like these edge rushers out of Miami. Yeah, Kwity Paye, Michigan, Joseph Ossai out of Texas. I think those would be all good picks. And, of course, Gregory Rousseau. Raw player, can be coached up. Too much potential there to maybe pass up on him. A lot of teams really like his potential. He's a raw player. He has really, really, really good potential. We're hearing talks about how his potential is just too much to pass up on. So are you willing to take the risk on Gregory Rousseau or get a player that's probably more ready to play in Kwity Paye or Joseph Ossai? So, there are the top 4 needs. Let's get into an actual mock draft using the Draft Network. But again, like I said, I don't think this Colts team needs that much more. I think they're ready to win a Super Bowl. It's really all on Carson Wentz. And you can have so many good players, young players on their contracts, but you absolutely need to have the quarterback to win while these players are still young and on their rookie contracts. But without further ado, let's get into the mock draft. In mock draft number 1, the player, I don't need to look at the rest of the board, although people on there are Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and Travis Etienne, but the person we are taking here is Elijah Vera Tucker. playing guard right now. You can play him there. You can play him at center. He has offensive tackle experience, can be a good run blocker. I think that there's your Anthony Castanto replacement right there. He can help you and keep this offensive line good for Carson Wentz, who, needs this offensive line to be successful. I think offensive line is the most important position on the field right there. You can't pass block, your quarterback can't throw the ball, can't run block, running back run the ball, and then your offense is useless, and then you're going to lose. So I think you get Elijah Vera Tucker right there, help out your offense even more. The offensive line would be great, would be good next year. Elijah Tucker has potential to be great. Let's get into mock draft number 2. We simulate to the Colts pick here in the mock draft. I was looking over the last mock draft, and they had 4 running backs going in the first round. And Najee Harris going, ETN going, Javonte Williams going, and Michael Carter also all going in the first round. I like a Javonte Williams a lot. He may be running back number 2 in the class for me. He forces the most missed tackles, which is very important when you're running back. He has great burst of speed. I don't know. I think Javonte Williams is good. I think it's a great running back class. Najee Harris, Travis Etienne. Javonte Williams can't really go wrong with any of those players, although I do think some are better than the others. But we are at the Colts pick. Let's see who's on the board. Speaking of that, Travis Etienne, Elijah Vera Tucker, but Rashad Bateman is there. That's all I need to see. That's who we are picking. Rashad Bateman, you absolutely need to go there. Okay, if one of the best tackles isn't on the board, I would see them going Elijah Vera Tucker still. I think you got to get another receiver. Jaylen's getting old. His contract's expiring. He showed major regression last year. We don't know if that was just Philip Rivers or maybe it was just not playing that well. Yes, they need another receiver. Get Carson Wentz some more weapons so he can throw to T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman, and now Rashad Bateman. That could be a very, very scary offense. I don't know. I really like the Colts a lot next year. Really all depends on Carson Wentz, though. Mock draft number 3. So, here again, more than likely the final mock draft of the day for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm taking Kwity Paye. Very high ceiling due to his athletic abilities. Very physical player. Can really help send the pressure off the edge because DeForest Buckner led the team in sacks. And DeForest Buckner is great, but he was an interior D-line. Very much like Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald's probably better. He just is, But DeForest Buckner is very good. Take nothing away from him. He's good up the middle, but you got to get some help off the edge. I think Kwity Paye can be that guy. Take some of the pressure off of DeForest Buckner. Get some more guys going off the edge. I think it's a great pick for the Indianapolis Colts. So, there we go. We took Elijah Vera Tucker, Rashad Bateman, and now Kwity Paye. So, went offense a lot there, but if Kwity Paye is on the board, Elijah Vera Tucker wasn't on the board, Rashad Bateman wasn't on the board, Terence Marshall Jr. was, you could absolutely take him again, get wide receiver, but there are a lot of good second-round receivers that you could absolutely take. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, the support on the mock draft videos have been insane, and of course, thank you for listening.